The night the chief priest was buried was the night the earth swallowed secrets too dark for men to carry. In our village, when a powerful chief or priest dies mysteriously, he never goes to the grave alone. Slaves are buried with him, and 10 virgins dressed in white wrappers are chosen by the gods to follow him into the spirit world. It is said their sacrifice calmed the anger of the spirits and shield the land from calamity. That was the law, that was the tradition, and nobody questioned it. But the year Okoro died, everything changed. He was feared, respected, and praised. He ruled the shrine for more than 40 years. People thought he spoke for the gods, but in the shadows, he and some of the elders were doing evil. They took bribes of blood. They sent curses on families that destroyed them. They buried charms in people's farmland. They drank palm wine mixed with blood in the night, swearing oaths of greed. No one dared speak against them. If you did, you would not live to see another moon. When Okoro died mysteriously, the elders gathered in the secret to choose the next chief priest. After 5 moon nights, the new chief priest stepped forward and declared that the gods had revealed the names of the 10 virgins. Messengers were sent across the village, knocking on doors and calling out the chosen ones from their huts. That was when her name appeared. Her name was Adeze, but she was no ordinary girl. Nobody knew where she came from. One day, years ago, she had simply walked into the village. She looked like a stranger. Her skin fairer, her eyes sharper, her speech different. People asked where her parents were, but she never answered. They mocked her, called her cursed, chased her from their compounds. She lived a low life, begging, wearing torn wrappers, working in farm for scraps. Everyone looked down on her, but the gods called her name. The people whispered, how could she, of all people, be chosen? Was she a virgin? Was this not a mistake? But the chief priest's body was waiting, and the elders said, the gods have spoken. The day of burial came. The 10 virgins were gathered, tied in white wrappers across their chests. They were brought before the white grave. Slaves wailed nearby. Drums beat slowly. The air was heavy, as if the spirits themselves were holding their breath. The chief priest's coffin, carved with symbols, lay ready. The elders stood tall, proud, thinking their secrets were buried forever with him. Then the chants began. The head elder raised his staff, calling on the gods to accept the sacrifice. He told the people that the land will be cleansed once this virgin followed the priest to the spirit world. But before the first girl could push forward, Adeze lifted her hands. Her eyes were glowing, not with tears but with fire. Her wrappers fluttered, though the air was still, and then her voice changed. It was no longer the voice of a poor girl. It was the voice of thunder rolling across the square. Okoro and his council have defiled the land, she thundered. They have spilled blood, not commanded by the gods. They have chained the innocent and fed the earth with lives it did not ask for. Their reign of darkness ends tonight. The people screamed and scattered. The ground shook. The earth sits open beneath the coffin of the chief priest. The coffin tumbled into the hole, and from the pit came a foul smell, like rotting blood. The elders who had conspired with him cried out, clutching their chests. One by one they fell, their mouths foaming, with their eyes rolling white. The drums stopped. Silence covered the village like a shroud. Adeze raised her hand and the ropes on all 10 virgins broke apart. The girls fled, screaming, but Adaeze stood still, her body glowing brighter under the moonlight. It was then that the people understand she was not a girl, she was not an orphan, she was a goddess who had walked among men, disguised in flesh, waiting for the day she would reveal herself. The wind howled as she spoke again. No more shall virgins be buried for the dead. No more shall blood of the innocent feed the soil. This law is broken forever. The earth sealed itself, the grave closed, leaving no trace. The body of the priest was never seen again. His fellow evil elders remained dead where they fell. When the dust cleared, Adaeze was gone, vanished. Some say she returned to the strange land she came from. Some say she still walks at night, guiding young girls, watching for any elder who dare raise a knife against the innocent. But one thing became truth that night. The law of burying virgins ended ended forever in our land. No chief priest, no elder, no king ever dare speak of it again. And the people whispered for years to come about the goodness who lived as a poor girl among them, mocked, rejected. That is the story of the burial that never was, and the goodness who showed us that the earth remembers everything.